We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Sanders. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll fake the give to Sanders. And now Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The slot man in motion right.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Prescott off play action.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 40. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 28 yards.
And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
Sliding out of the pocket, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. but I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Out quickly to the left side. Now they work this well upfield across the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. These 2 teams all tied after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Hurts gets this to Sanders. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Smith catches left side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Going quickly out to the right side. He's got the 1st down and more than that. Touchdown! A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Play action now, Prescott. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. Touchdown, Cowboys! Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. An extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Sanders. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We got
Going for it with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. It's a 1-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Check. Fresno. Hey, number 28, Mike.
On play action, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 57 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Garibay on to attempt the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll throw now on the final play. That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check up, team. Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 46.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Targets Lamb on the comebacker. Pass is complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Fourth down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here we go. 18 Cardinals. Rush in. He's coming. Cowboy 80. Rush.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Sanders finding space at the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts.
On the move to his left. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. First down, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. A give running left. It's Sanders.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll send Brown in motion right. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
34 yards.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking, too.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Watch tight ends right. Tight ends right. Kill. 4 down. Alert flare. Check three.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 42 yards. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. This one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A big play there for Philly. 55 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Sanders. 138 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Here's Dak. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
An extra point up and good by Garibay. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Dallas, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.